By forcing businesses in California to pay for the carbon emissions they produce, the state hopes to reduce greenhouse gases in the long run. But in the short term, the cap and trade program is also expected to bring in about $1 billion. Where will that money go? Joining me to help answer that question is Jim Waring, CEO and President of CleanTech San Diego. Thanks for being here, Jim.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
First, explain the organization that you represent. Where are you coming from in terms of all of this?
Well, CleanTech San Diego is a nonprofit trade organization, and we were formed to try to develop in our region the businesses, a business development organization around clean technologies, green technologies, and sustainability.
Now, when I say cap and trade, and I confess when I hear cap and trade, I often think, what are they talking about? I try to explain a little bit in my introduction, but clarify what the program really is.
Sure, and I'll try to do it in a way that I understand it. And the cap is the amount, in this case, the amount of CO2 that a covered business may omit. So that's the cap. Think of that as the ceiling. The trade portion is that if you save some of that cap, if you have a surplus, and you may sell that in the market, you may trade it in the market. So the market, the trade part, is what businesses save from their allowances and what the state of California has reserved to itself to sell into the market.
So first of all, when you say covered business, you mean a business that it has to follow the rules under this program.
And the state intentionally limited the program to what's called large emitters. And large emitters are enterprises that emit more than 25,000 metric tons of CO2 equivalents. Now, what does that mean? To put it in comparison, the average family of 4 in their normal year emits 20 metric tons. So think 20 metric tons versus 25,000 metric tons. So the program's intentionally designed to focus on large enterprises.
We're going to show actually some local companies that are affected by cap and trade. We'll put some of the names up on the screen so people at home can see.
Sure.
For example, Qualcomm, SDG&E. Now, let's say you're a company and for whatever reason you can't get to that cap. You're above that. That means I can go to the marketplace and I can pay for someone's credit, right?
That's correct. You buy the additional credits. Some people would say you buy the right to pollute, but what you're really doing is you're buying tons of CO2 emissions allowances. That's correct.
So if I'm a really wealthy, profitable company, doesn't it just mean I can just buy my way out of this?
Well, no. First of all, the economic incentive, you're not going, as a company, or an organization, you're not going to incur a cost just because it's easier. You're going to try to not have to buy those credits because it's in your economic interest to do so. So the leadership of these organizations will do what they can do internally to reduce their total carbon emissions, because the goal is to lower your emissions. And the way the program is designed, each year between 2013 and 2020, the amount of allowance that a organization has goes down. So the pressure will increase to become more efficient.
So there is going to be this trading now in the marketplace. I mentioned the state could end up really netting some money out of this. How does that work?
Well, the state, to basically balance the market, remember the state is issuing the credits. So the state is retaining to itself, as it should, a certain number of allowances to sell. So the state will sell those into the marketplace, and therefore the state will get the money, will get the proceeds.
About $1 billion, that's what experts are saying. So where does that money go?
Yeah, there's a big debate about that, obviously, and the cynics will say that the state's using this as a way just to raise money to spend. But I will say that it will ultimately be a political decision that will be made by the legislature with the governor. But the discussions to date have been to spend the money on energy-related programs. Remember, cap and trade is part of our AB 32 protocols. And I'm seeing, and most of the people I talk to are seeing, that the discussion is how to spend it within the goals of AB 32, which is to reduce our state's carbon footprint to 1990 levels by 2020. And hopefully the political pressures won't have that money be diverted.
We're out of time, Jim, but this has been a great explanation. I want to send people also to kpbs.org because I know you earlier today you spoke with Maureen Cavanaugh, and there's a much longer conversation about all of this. Thanks a lot, Jim.
Thank you.